What would you do if you no-clipped into another world? And what if that world not only seemed endless, but its existence makes no sense and only gets more confusing the more you explore? Furniture cluttering its endless hallways, some stuck in the walls and others being arranged in interesting ways, infinite doorways and random holes in the floor surrounding you, making every step you take feel like it's a big mistake. Nobody knows you're here, nobody is coming, you are trapped and are completely and utterly alone, with only the humming of the lights to keep you company. Or are you? No, you're not, because I'm here. Do not fear. I love you. That aside, there are also monsters in this world roaming the halls. It's crazy stuff. They are literally the cherry on top. So, without further ado, let's talk about the... I think one of the hardest things to do when creating horror is selling the world to your audience. You see, horror relies on the audience to be completely immersed in your story so they may allow themselves to be scared. Let's look at the game Reanimal for a hot second, which is going to be next week's video, which is rare because usually I release videos months apart, so enjoy that one. That one's going to be a long one, I promise. This one's probably short, I don't remember. Anyway, Reanimal. This game takes place in what seems to be a war-torn Earth, where chaos and destruction have overtaken it. Everywhere you go, something is trying to kill you, whether it's the buildings falling down, or the monsters that surround this world, or the war that is happening around us. The constant chaos just makes you feel like the world is actively trying to kill you for shits and giggles, and in turn, causing the player to feel the struggle for survival from these kids. As another example, the Blair Witch Project. Throughout the film, the woods constantly fuck with the characters, which causes them to slowly lose their minds. The woods literally changes itself to make its victims lost, all while something or someone is clearly trying to scare them. My point is that the best horror stories are contained within a world that feels alive and hostile, and the Backrooms is exactly that. As of May 2026, before the movie releases, we do not know what the Backrooms is, but what we do know is that it is very unpredictable in the way that it brings people into it. In video 1, Kane trips and falls and no clips into the Backrooms. He was just outside with his friends making a movie, and an entryway just so happened to open underneath him. Somewhere else, a man gets stuck in there by going into his basement, and on his journey through the Backrooms, he will interact with another man who seems to be in his own home. A car was driving when a no clipped into there. At async, one of the crew only walked 5 to 10 steps away from them for 5 seconds and was somehow missing in the real world for 2 months. The way it operates is just nonsensical. Straight up, deadass. The fact that it does this adds to the feeling of feeling trapped within these walls with no hope of getting out. And it makes entering it voluntarily a risk, as the entryway you used might not be there the next time you come back. That aside, the way it just grows the further you explore is terrifying. In Pitfalls, which is 10 videos into this series by the way, we explore the Backrooms with Marvin and Mark, 2 async researchers. While they are investigating, Marvin falls into one of these holes and finds himself in a totally different section of this place.
Hang in there, Marv.
What was that?
Somebody yells out for help, and he follows it. And then he comes across this.
What? Are those streetlights? Streetlights. The left hallway, and it's right there, under the gap in the wall.
You need to stay at the hole. George will be back any minute, then we can assess the situation from there.
Shh.
Somehow this place that seemed to be strictly indoors somehow has an outside, but it's not outside. And on some Phineas and Ferb level stuff, when Marvin enters the house, it just keeps going. Throughout the series, we've seen whole buildings, whole cities, whatever the hell this is and that. Again, it's like the world is just doing random stuff all the time and is continuously expanding, and it just none of it makes it makes no sense. What is this? The Backrooms? Stupid. The Backrooms itself aside, the existence of async also helps the world feel alive. The Backrooms isn't just about seeing people trying to get out of this mousetrap. It's also about a corporate entity trying to exploit an unknown world for profit. You see, async is attempting to use the Backrooms to provide unlimited storage and housing space. And clearly the US government thought this is a good idea because they would fund them to keep these experiments going. Eventually their actions would start to affect the outside world. A lot of people start to go missing, coincidentally around the time when they open up the gates to the Backrooms, aka the Threshold. It's just amazing how this series has managed to not only make the world feel like it's swallowed you, but is also actively digesting you the longer you're in it. This is all while making the world on the outside feel like it's merging with the Backrooms itself. Now, here's a segue.
Hello?
One thing I love about this series is how slow it is. There are moments where we're not even in the Backrooms at all and are just listening in on 2 people talking, or 3 people, or just people talking. I think could have just phrased it like that. Found footage number 3 is easily the best video in the entire series. It's like 45 minutes of pure confusion, fear, desperation, and just survival. The moments of silence are so loud as Ravi tries to find a way out of the situation. He even tries crawling back from where he entered, but the doorway had already closed. Every room he enters just gets weirder and weirder. Almost like we're seeing the creeping insanity in Ravi being visually represented. When Ravi comes across the first signs of human life, you would think it'd be an exciting moment. But it's not. It's dark. Ominous. Whoever is here is not friendly.
I'm trying to leave. I don't want any trouble.
It chases him out, and it is very determined.
Hello? Hey!
After walking around for a bit, Ravi does come across a room with a radio, and the glimmer of hope you can feel radiate from him is heartbreaking, because we know it's not going to work, and we have to watch him realize that. Music is also blasting from some speakers nearby, and it does feel like the Backrooms is doing this on purpose. Kind of like it's taunting him in a way. Does that make sense? Like, look at you, you can't get out. You're stuck, you're stuck, fella. And then dude is attacked from some fuck-ass monster. Like, this dude's life sucks. Straight up. I mean. After narrowly escaping, he continues on until... all he can do is laugh. This is the moment Ravi lets us know that he has just grasped how fucked he is. Fast forward to when he comes across this. By this point of the video, this guy has been lost for what he thinks is 9 hours. He is tired, I'd imagine hungry and thirsty. He enters the house, and on the other side of the wall, he hears someone. Hope. After talking to one another with this stranger, we learn like 2 things. 1, this random guy is a father of 2. That's it. That's number one. Number two, somebody has been talking to his kids from this side of the wall. Whether it was a person also stuck in these rooms or something else completely, we don't know. All we know is, for a fact, somebody was trying to talk to his kids. Eventually, the man decides to help once he gathers his thoughts and processes how Ravi is on the other side of the wall. They can't even see each other. But then we start to hear him freaking out a little bit, followed by some sounds.
Slowly, all right?
Thank you.
Come out with your hands first. I want to see your face. And we'll take things from there.
Thank you. I think it's...
What the fuck? What? Oh my god. Oh my god, wow, what the fuck?
The all too familiar silence re-enters the scene and it destroys Ravi.
Hey, what happened? Hello? Oh God, please!
Ravi leaves the last message on his camera. He has accepted the fact that he is going to die here.
Orange. Light that got stolen. One of your friends were there.
He's just reminiscing the entire time, talking to his loved ones.
I can see your faces so clearly. I just want to go home.
The camera slowly dies as we hear Ravi's final words.
I'm sorry for all the stuff that I did and said. It's gonna fix it.
This series is at its best when we see these people deal with the one thing we all fear the most. Being alone, I think. Is that your fear? I guess my number one is actually spiders. You get the point though. Being alone is terrifying. That's just one episode, by the way. I should specify that. There are a couple of other ones that I haven't really talked about, but they offer the same intense experience. Found footage number 2, also an awesome video. I mean, when she finds the car, goddamn, you know? The fact that the Backrooms is opening up gates big enough to bring in a car that's driving? What is this place? Like, dude, imagine you're just driving to, like, I don't know, McDonald's just to get something to eat. And next thing you know, you're just crashing into a yellow wallpaper wall. What the fuck? What's crazy is that this person seemed to have survived. But did they survive after the crash? Doubt it. But they survived the crash. So that's good. It is hard to make a compelling story that features only one protagonist at a time, and Kane has done it time and time again. Anyway, on to the final chapter, and it's probably the one you've been waiting for if you clicked on this video. Liminal space is the usage of familiar feeling places to invoke an uncanny feeling. Essentially, it takes away characteristics from familiar feeling places to make it feel weird. So think an abandoned mall compared to a busy mall. A mall should be filled with fun things such as people, bookstores, game stores, food, phone repair places. But when you take away all of those things, you get this. It's silent, empty, dark. Almost like it's frozen in time. The Backrooms is this the entire time. Throughout the series, we are met with long, endless hallways that have an eerily similar vibe to a work office. Sometimes we come across huge homes or a neighborhood type home thing with a road. It turns nostalgia, something that should feel comfortable, into an uncomfortable feeling. Liminal space can also be a transitional space, so think a waiting room or a hallway. When you're in these places, you don't get comfortable because you know you have to move to another area pretty soon. It just makes you feel like you're waiting for something. The Upside Down is a great example of this. It's essentially the town of Hawkins, except it's not Hawkins, because it has gooey stuff and spooky vibes and red lightning and darkness all around it. Did I mention the tentacles? They're all over the place, dude. It's disgusting. And whenever the characters are in this space, it feels like they're always waiting for something to happen to them. So they always gotta be on the move to avoid that danger. And on top of that, it's also a bridge between the real world and the space that where Vecna hangs out with his big monster buddy. The point is, despite it being familiar, it's not a place that we've actually been to. And no matter who you are, I don't care, change can be uncomfortable. And I know for a fact that any of you watching this, you know the feeling. And when you're in the back rooms, that's all you feel, because every room you go to is different from the last. It's like you can never get comfortable because you don't know what to expect around the corner. And we can't forget the maze aspect of it all. This place is like Maze Runner. I've never read the books or watched the movie. I don't even know what it's about, alright? I just took a shot in the dark. So if I'm pretty close, I mean, I didn't have anything written for that, so we're gonna sit here in silence for a little bit. Sit in the awkwardness. Okay, we'll move on. Every found footage in this series, and every time a person gets separated from somebody else, they always get lost. Every single time, without fail. Or there's always a moment when they're tracing their steps and they pause for a moment to remember which way they came from. It's to a point where Async themselves has a training video telling people that they cannot enter the backrooms unless they're with a group of a minimum of 3 people. Every step feels like it's going to be the last step. Every turn feels like it's just going to be a dead end. And making any sort of noise might be risky because there are literally monsters roaming these halls. And they are fast, and they are resilient. The series is just amazing, man. It really is. Kane Parsons, the 16-year-old who created a horrifying masterpiece. And also, yeah, we're not going to get into the monsters because they're like the least scary part of this goddamn series. They do add to the horror, don't get me wrong. But like, come on, we all know why we're watching the Backrooms movie, you know? It's not for the monsters. At least not for me it is. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. It means so much to me that you made it to this point. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like and subscribe as it helps me out so much. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and I think we can do it. It's just a personal goal, and if you want to help me out, it's free, you know, just do it. You might as well, you know. If you don't, I don't know, I'll just like find you and maybe like give you a high five. And down below, let me know what your favorite moment from the Backrooms is, and or if you watched the movie, what'd you think of it? No spoilers though. Don't spoil it for anybody else. Smash the like button. Until next week, everybody. Bye bye.